maybe just make it a few $100s a month. Some up to 1,000, just depends. But they're saying, you know, if I can have an extra $1,000 coming in, that would be great. But that is 80%. That represents these people right here, right there. I'm going to tell you right now, that's where the business is at. Most think is here, the 5%. And so most of the training in network marketing is targeted toward the 5%ers. Got to go to the seminar. Got to go to this training. You got to go to that training. What are your goals? Things like that. So the problem with that is the 80%ers don't like the message. The 15%ers are the people that will earn $3,000 to $5,000 a month. These, the 5%ers, are the 6 and 7 figures, that's US dollars, right? 6 and 7 figure earners. And that's pretty much the scale in network marketing, right there. Now here's the problem. The problem is that the 5%ers want to change the 80%ers to move up, either as a 15 or a 5. So the message to a lot of the leaders, to your 80%ers is, don't you have goals? Don't you know that there's people that make $100,000, $200,000, like up in our upline, $200,000 a month? I mean, don't you want a better house? Have you looked at your house? Good grief, man, look at your car. You're having to crawl out the window like Dave Daughtry did his. See, it's like a person going to the gym, right? Some people like to go to the gym just because they like the music. They like to go to the gym because they like the culture. They like to go to the gym just to go to the juice bar. You know, with me, it's like, man, I want to slim down before I go to the gym. I don't want to be embarrassed going in there. You know? But they'll go in. But just imagine that somebody comes in, you know, he's been at Starbucks, he's got one of those high-calorie drinks, he's just going in the gym and, you know, drinking it, and then the owner says, hey, what are you doing? You coming in here with that drink? Don't you know how many calories are in that drink? You get on that treadmill, give me 30 minutes right now. After that, I want you on the weights for 30 minutes. So you get running. Don't you see these people that are ripped? The ripped ones. Yeah, the sexy ones. Don't you want to be like that? See, that's the message that 5%ers give to the 80%ers. And then so what's that guy going to do? He's going to think, well, golly, man, jeez. I guess I'm not wanted here. I guess I'll just give up my membership, go down the street to the next gym. Right? And that's what they do. And that's what they do all the time in network marketing. So then you see a mass exodus of these people right here. Because they can't relate to the 5%ers. They can't, it's not believable to them. Nor do they want to be that. They really don't. See, they're here just to have a good time, just to be around the culture, just to be around you, just to be around the crowd. And then if they're made to feel like they're not wanted or appreciated, then they leave. Then they leave. That's the thing. So, again, so much of the training is directed toward this group, the 5%ers. And so it's unrelatable to the 80%ers. So what do? Just understand this. We need to understand when we prospect and build a team, number one, understand the audience. I can write that down somewhere. Audience. And then the message. And then the behavior. So, the thing with the 80%ers, what can we do to make them feel comfortable in the organization? We show them, I can remember in the old days, we said this all the time. Sponsor 2, who's sponsor 2, and your products are what? 3. Sponsor 3, who's sponsor 3, your products are free, you've made a couple of $100. See, that's the language of the 80 percenters. That's what they need to hear. And praise. Praise them. I mean, if they've got a product story to share, have them share it in what groups do you use? You use Facebook groups or WhatsApp groups? What do you use? What's that?
Telegram.
Telegram? Okay. Whatever works. And then, praise them. Have them share a story. In other words, we want these people to be very valuable to us because they make up the majority of the organization. So if we have a culture of praise, acceptance to these people, and we don't look down on them, we don't treat them poorly just because they don't have a goal to be a 15%er or a 5%er, they're going to stay with you. They're going to stay with you. Now, what about the 15%ers? These are your diamonds. Diamonds and PDs, basically. Maybe IDs, just depending on how much volume they got. The point is, these are the people that want to make $3,000 to $5,000 a month. So these are the people that we can just teach them how to build a business. And we give them some activity examples. Like Dave talked about, get 3 drivers, build a team of 3, and then just start driving. So their goals could be diamond, presidential. We work with them. We help them. Now they obviously have some goals. And keep in mind, these people here will incubate for a period of time. Sometimes it takes years. And we don't understand the law of growth, right? We think we can circumvent the process by making them uncomfortable or unaccepted. We can't do it. I can plant a seed in the ground and I can shout at it. I can shout at it all I want. It's not going to change a thing. It's going to grow in the process that it was designed to grow. And nothing's going to speed it up. Just like a woman that is pregnant. The man can say, come on, let's get on with this thing. Get them out. And you don't want them too early now. But that's the way it is with the 80 percenters. They have to incubate. So we make them feel good, fuzzy, happy to be part of the group. You praise them. We just, the problem with this group is they just want to reward and recognize results. Results. What we want to do with this group is recognize effort. Effort. How many people did you prospect? Oh, I finally prospected somebody this month. Hey, everybody, let's congratulate Janet. She prospected somebody. The guy over here, the fighter's saying, Juan, shoot, I do that every hour. Yeah, okay. See, we want to recognize effort, praise effort, not results. Not results. If they have results, it's fine, we'll praise that. But that's the thing, people just don't praise effort enough. Some of the contests that some of my friends do back in the United States is they'll have like a pre-contest. We got a special contest going to go on. If you want to be in that contest, all you got to do is get 1 customer this month. 1 customer. If you do that, you'll go into this group and you'll go into the contest. What's the contest? You'll find out when you're in the group. It works. One lady grew 1,300 customers in 1 month. She did, just by doing that. The minute you do that, you've already won. But then in that group, to be a winner, and they don't want just a few, they want set it up where most people can win. And it's not an expensive thing. Sometimes it's like you get on a call with some special trainer. Anyway, you can do things differently. But the point is, it's really geared toward recognizing the efforts that these people do. So if we had a culture like that, you can really grow a team. And that's the thing, and keep in mind, people's circumstances in life change. They're incubating, right? And then they finally raise their hand and say, I think I'd like to do more. Hey, John wants to do more, everybody. Everybody's going crazy in the group, right?
Yeah.
Because they want, that's right. Because now John wants to do more. And so that's the thing. It's all about culture. Keep in mind, network marketing is different from the time that we joined 21 years ago. We didn't have the kind of competition that we see today. That is, people that want to do a side gig. What's the side gig today? Uber, Lyft, Amazon, Airbnb. There's other choices out there. Back 21 years ago, the side gig was network marketing. But because 80%ers have a hard time of feeling comfortable with the 5%ers goals for them, they'd say, well, I think Uber will fit me just fine, a couple $100 a week. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah. So what do we want to do? We want to show them that ultimate side gig is network marketing. And the best choice in network marketing is for life research. And that's what we want to show them. Because the difference is we can create residual income. There is no residual income with an Uber, with an Airbnb. I don't know if you got Airbnbs here? I don't know. Anyway, Amazon, and different things, different choices that we didn't have 21 years ago. So it's so important for us to be able to simplify the way that we teach this business. Now, some people bring up the objection. Well, people in my area, they don't like that word network marketing. I'm like, okay, then quit using it. What you want to use social networking? I said, I don't even use that word because most people get very confused. I mean, if I say network marketing, a lot of people are thinking, I'll say, you know what network marketing is? They're thinking, yeah, it's computers or something. That's what happens. That's the common response I get. That may not be in your area. But so to simplify it, I just do the Forrest Gump approach. You ever seen that movie? Bub Gump, Forrest Gump. Okay. And so I remember one night I was out doing a meeting, and after the meeting I went to the lounge because I wanted to watch baseball. And so all these corporate America guys were sitting there at the lounge. And so during the break, I started asking them, so what do you do? And he starts talking about his job and his company and how he has to fly away, miss his kid's ball game and all that. And then next guy would tell me what he does. Next guy would tell me what he does. Then they said, well, what do you do? And I said, you know what? That's an interesting question. I found a way to create residual income. I just sort of fell into it. And the way I did was that I used the product, liked it, got results, found out if I enrolled on the website, I could get it for wholesale. Made sense to me. Then they told me that if I introduce it to somebody, that when they purchase, I get paid on their orders. So what happens in the beginning is I'm getting money back from that, and that equals what I'm paying out, so my products are for free. Makes sense to me. But then I found out that also when they introduce it to people, I get paid. And what happened was it grew. So for the last 26 years, I've lived off residual income. I've never needed a job.